Let's get things going for this round. 40-minute heats with the overlapping format out in the water. For this first one, it's Caio Ibelli taking on Carlos Munoz, and we already seen Caio getting his bell rung this morning. Stride, it was heavy out.
Look at how they're paddling around right there. They're on the inside looking at these waves.
Here we go, live action. Here goes Caio, and he just goes straight-legged and loses the rail. And that will be testament. That guy's an incredible surfer, and that just goes to show how technical and difficult it is when it's ledging out there, Strider.
He just came up. He went through that whole intro, and he just surfaced. I mean, that was a serious holdout right there. I just feel like we're going to just see some power surfing kind of come back in as well.
All right, live action here, Ibelli behind the curtain, driving. And you see his board come out the roof of the wave. So another incompletion for him.
All that water unload on these sandbars, but with all that water coming in, you've got a lot of current pushing back out because all that water rushes to the beach. It's got to go somewhere.
His live action again. A busy start from Ibelli, just belts it vertical on the backhand, the whip through the turn, and he'll finish up in the white water. Will get incomplete on that final tap of the lip. It did good damage, managed to take on the lip as well.
It's a beautiful face, really attacks the lip line. That's exactly what the judging criteria is calling for, is those heavy maneuvers in critical sections. So if you come right off the bottom like that, he really pierced that lip. And comes, look, he's driving hard, turns the shoulders, and that right there where he throws the fins out the back like that, so he got the board up on top of the lip and then through the pivot. And with that, you know, you rotate, you get that board sliding across the lip line. That's technical surfing. He just gets a little bit too greedy on the end there, and it catches up with him. But beautiful shot right here. We will be able to see how he come across the top of that lip with that. Was beautiful right there. So great surfing from Caio, and I love.
When you're in a heat, on the other hand, you're not really thinking so much about that. It's all about thinking about getting through to the next round, getting scores on the board. It's this guy that's done that thus far. Ibelli, backhand now, nice pocket, and how's that whip on the turn from Caio? That thing just bottoms out and goes dry, and he goes down.
Throwing it around. His approach, though, vertical. You know, I mean, I think the way that he's actually attacking the waves is, you know, it's the way he's always done it. It's just very impressive to see him adapt to a situation where the waves are very hard to read right now, and the way that the water's moving out there. We heard Kelly talking about it today, and really trying to.
When it's that heavy out there, right behind him, Ibelli drops out the sky, pulls in, he's traveling. Is he going to come out? He does. He squeaks out after traveling a long way through the barrel. How about that?
That was just another magic act from Caio Ibelli. The kid does it all the time. He was doing it in Brazil. Got a 10-point ride down there when nobody was getting barrels like that. You got Medina, and then you've got somebody who's under the radar, and look at what he's doing. He's just pushing through and coming out of barrels that, you know, you wouldn't think he would, and anybody else would, but he just finds his way, and that kind of surfing right there is faith. That's faith surf. You can't see a thing, and you're just pushing. Here he is again.
Live action. Here goes Ibelli. He's got the scent here. Big pump. And we'll see his board go over the falls. Got some travel time. Couldn't get around that section. It just raced away. The previous one, the big number. Obviously looking for tubes out here. But Nat Young also, one of those surfers, he's so good on the backhand at arriving at the lip late and getting that control, particularly when it's heavy. Meanwhile, speaking of heavy, big section explodes on Carlos Munoz. And he'll just wear that one on the head. He's not really got a start going in this. That'll be a small number, a throwaway from him.
Are you enjoying that? You enjoyed that. Well, you know, it happens.
Here he goes again, Caio Ibelli with a high line. Off the bottom, smooth and powerful, beautiful wrapping hook, high in the pocket. Holds the line on the bottom turn and clips the lip again. Looked for a third turn and just tried to eke through. He's got loads of flow, loads of speed. He seems to be reading these waves so well. I'll feel a little better for him. Meanwhile, Carlos Munoz traveling, pokes his way out. Not a super clean exit, but emerges with the speed and is able to kick out. And he needs to get his campaign going. 3.63 and a 1 is nowhere near enough.
Stay down and turn towards the beach a bit. And all these surfers having to push through that lip line, it's not easy.
We talk about and the judging criteria. Well, let's just look at live action here as we see Munoz again, and now he's on the hunt. He's got super busy now. He's waited till relatively late in the heat to start doing that, but he's just going to try and go anything now.
The tide is pushing in, and it's just going to continue to improve.
Here goes Carlos Munoz, a meaty one. Look at him driving through behind the curtain. That one will explode and grab him. and he needed to go a bigger wave. Nicely done with good technique to avoid that white water and then trying to get back into the lineup. Meanwhile, a heavy explosion on Caio Ibelli, who, well, that'll be his 10th wave. He's got good numbers on the board. He just wants to serve. Well, that'll be it for our first heat of the round of 32. Carlos Munoz, a valiant effort. He rallied towards the back half of that heat. Couldn't get the numbers, though. Well done to Caio Ibelli. He moves through. We'll go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of the O'Leary and Nat Young heat. We'll be right back.